Thanks for joining us on Plus TV Africa. I'm Benga Aborowa. The Plateau State House of Assembly has impeached the Speaker, Peter Azi, together with the House Majority Leader, Henry Nyukwap. This follows the adjournment by the member representing Riyom State constituency who passed a vote of no confidence on them. Joshua Madaki, now elected new Speaker, while Nanlong Daniel is the new Majority Leader. The impeachment process started on Monday, the 9th of July 2018 and was concluded the next day, Tuesday, 10th of July 2018. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday met behind closed doors with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa at the presidential villa in Abuja. The meeting started about 3 p.m. after Ramaphosa arrived the forecourt of the State House in Abuja. The meeting was still in progress as at the time of filing this report. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, on Wednesday said it was wrong to say that the federal government has not spoken out on the alleged certificate forgery involving the Minister of Finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun. He said the National Youth Service Corps, which is part of the government, had spoken, then the government had spoken on the matter. Mohammed spoke with State House correspondents at the end of a weekly meeting of the Federal Executive Council at the presidential villa in Abuja. He said he had nothing to add to the press statement issued by the NYSC on the matter. The Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has said policemen deployed in the state for Saturday's governorship elections stormed the pavilion where the PDP was holding their rally and harassed him. The governor emerged with a neck brace, narrated and asked supporters of the party to remain resolute and vote for his deputy, who is also the governorship candidate of the PDP, Professor Lushola Kolapo. Fayose, who burst into tears while speaking with journalists, according to Fayose, said, and I quote, "My people, the Lord will fight this battle." Commanders of the Mobile Police Force of Nigeria and the police AIG ordered that the governor should be killed. I was slapped by a policeman and shot at. But I want you to be of great courage. This battle must be won. This is an army of occupation, and I want you to stand and remain standing. I hope they will not cause 1983 crisis. I call on the international community. Ekiti is under siege. How can I be the governor of this state and be treated this way? The leader of the Islamic movement of Nigeria, Sheikh Ibrahim AlZamji, and his wife Zinat arrived at a Kaduna State High Court for arraignment amidst tight security. All the roads leading to the court has been blocked by the Kaduna State Police Command, and vehicles were being diverted to alternative routes. The police have said the move is to forestall any breakdown of law and order, cautioning members of the Shiite group against any protest or procession. The couple is charged with 8 counts bordering on culpable homicide, unlawful assembly and disturbance of public peace, amongst other allegations. The Kaduna State High Court, however, adjourned the hearing on the bail application until the 2nd of August. The House of Representatives on Wednesday plenary shut down President Muhammadu Buhari's executive order. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday signed an executive order to give his government power to confiscate stolen assets of suspended individuals believed to have been richly corrupted via public funds, but contributing to a motion sponsored by 25 persons and moved by Honorable Nicholas Osai from Delta State on the issue. The lawmakers said the order was against the tenets of democracy. The Federal Controller of Works in Lagos, Engineer Adedamola Kuti, disclosed that plans are ongoing to shut down the 3rd mainland bridge for repairs. At a stakeholders meeting held today at the Federal Ministry of Works, Lagos, Ademola noted that the bridge will be temporarily shut down on Friday, 27th of July to Sunday, 29th of July. The stakeholders meeting will resume on Monday, the 16th of July, to finalize on diversion and alternative routes.
We may have to temporarily close the 3rd mainland bridge. And it has been designed in such a way to ensure that it's done during the weekends. Because we know that the 3rd mainland bridge is is a breed that is very, very essential in Lagos State. So the closure will be for 3 days, commencing on 26th of July, 12 midnight, Thursday 26th, so that works can be carried out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And by 29th midnight, that's on a Sunday, the bridge will be open to traffic so that road users can make use of it on Monday morning.
Precisely, there's going to be tests that will be done as a precursor to the real rehabilitation, and that's between the 26th and the 29th, just 3 days. Also, FRSC as the lead agency for traffic management and safety administration, who are heading the traffic control committee, also featuring in the infrastructure, because we need to really do a road audit of the alternative routes with a view to identifying failed portions, which the contractor will have to carry out palliative prior to the repair work. And from the discussion so far, I assure you that adequate arrangements have been made. Alternative routes have been identified.
Today, July 11th, is World Population Day. In this report by our correspondent Felicity Ezewike, she highlights the need for more action to address growing population issues.
January 2018, approximately 20,210 babies were born in Nigeria, making the country the third country with the highest number of newborn on the first day of the year, and this is after India and China. Currently, Nigeria's population represents 2.35% of the world population, and a UN projection for 2050 puts it that Nigeria will be the country with the third highest number of people living in the world. The country, as it stands, is still grappling with the trouble of establishing a defined national population policy to help address the escalating population challenges. World Population Day, commemorated on July 11, draws attention to the ever-pressing issue of population. And topping the chart is family planning, which was captured on this year's theme, Family Planning is a Human Right. How many Nigerians know this?
Family planning should be a normal human right. Every woman should be able to decide the number of children, the number of children they want in a family, because it's going to help. It helps the woman to regain emotionally, psychologically. It also helps economically.
The number of population really affects the economy. As you see it, people have many children and they cannot cater for them. Right now, you can see many hoodlums along the street.
I want to believe that family planning should be a choice and not a right.
When you give birth to the rate of what you cannot even take care of it, the child will be on a riot person or liability person in the pictures, and it will affect the family.
If Nigeria as a country can have family planning right now, it will go a long way.
We also spoke to an organization that has been providing family planning options to Nigerians for years.
You see so many people who have a problem eating 3 square meals a day. And Brooklyn's report finally puts numbers to it and makes us come face to face with the situation on ground. And the situation on ground is that we are reproducing faster than our economy can cater for us. We are on a collision course with our own fate if we do not make it a point of duty for everyone to grow up knowing about contraceptives, to be free to use it with or without even spousal consent or any sentiment, to even have, if possible, religious support.
Population issues will remain with us for a very long time. But with the right attitude and proper family planning, as our respondents have agreed, a lot can be achieved. Let's play our role, spread the message that family planning is a human right. My name is Felicity Ezewike, reporting for Plus TV Africa.
A group of protesters led by parliamentarian Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as Bobby Wine, have stormed the Ugandan capital, Kampala, protesting a new set of tax laws passed by Parliament, introducing a levy of 200 shillings, an equivalent of $1.99 per day for access to a range of online services. During the protest, police used tear gas and live bullets to disperse protesters and arrested Kyagulanyi along with 3 other journalists. The protest was themed National Peaceful Demonstration against mobile money and social media tax, accomplished by the hashtag This Tax Must Go. A French military helicopter has crashed in Côte d'Ivoire while on a training mission, killing the pilot and seriously wounding a second crew member, the French army said on Wednesday. The Gazelle helicopter came down about 20 kilometers east of the Côte d'Ivoire commercial capital, Abidjan. The cause of the accident is still yet to be determined, the French army said in a statement. Both helicopter crews were transferred to a French military base at Port-Bouet, where the pilot died. The other crewman is being airlifted to France for further treatment. The army said the Defense Ministry offered condolences to the young man's family and friends. When we return, we'll bring you the latest updates on the NATO Summit and more. Don't go away. On the foreign scene, President Trump has arrived for the annual NATO Summit held in Brussels. Jens Stoltenberg, NATO Secretary General, has tried to play down differences between member countries after President Trump lambasted allies for their trade relations with Russia. He said the alliances is what enables the United States to be a global military power. U.S. President Donald Trump has accused Germany of being a captive to Russia. He said this at the pre-summit meeting at the residence of the U.S. ambassador to Belgium on Wednesday as Western leaders gathered in Brussels for a NATO summit. President Trump told the NATO Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, that Germany was wrong to support a new $11 billion Baltic Sea pipeline to import Russian gas while being slow in meeting targets for contributing to NATO defense spending that was intended to protect Europe from Russia. Greece has ordered the expulsion of 2 Russian diplomats and barred 2 others from entry for allegedly undermining national security. The Greek government has accused the Russian officials of acting to obtain and distribute sensitive information and also trying to intervene in the issue of the name of Macedonia, according to reports. Russia has said it will mirror the move by expelling the 2 Greek diplomats. In the event of this, diplomatic relations between Athens and Moscow will experience a downturn, having shared close ties for decades. One of the 2 diplomats to be expelled was named as Russian embassy official Viktor Yakovev. We'll bring you business reports after this, so stay with us. Federal Executive Council meeting on Wednesday approved a total sum of 35.6 billion naira for roads and bridge projects in the country. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, briefed State House correspondents at the end of the Federal Executive Council meeting, presided over by the President, Muhammad Buhari, at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. According to him, 8.9 billion naira was approved for the construction of Ikon Bridge and road in Calabar Cross River, and according to Fashola, the project will create access to the port for trailers to move freely with the containers and will be completed in 24 months. The minister said 11.78 billion was approved for the road project in Yobe State, while 8.6 billion naira was approved for road projects in Kwara State, while 5.4 billion naira was approved for road projects in Abia State, and 933 million naira was approved for automatic meter reading equipment for the Transmission Company of Nigeria. On the activities of the day from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, our correspondent Irene Ubani brings us up to date.
The Nigerian stock market closed on a downward trend today as the all-share index dropped by 0.45% to close at 37,253.25. Leading the list of top gainers was Mobil, which gained 15 naira 5 kobo, Fort Oil 1 naira 45 kobo, Nigerian Breweries 1 naira, Custodian 57 kobo, and UACN 35 kobo. On the list of top losers in the stock market were Julius Berger, which shed 3 naira, International Breweries 2 naira 65 kobo, Dangote Cement 2 naira, Wapco 1 naira 85 kobo, and Flour Mill 25 kobo. The top trades were Access, Zenith Bank, Transcorp, Guarantee, and First Bank Nigeria Holdings. Equity capitalization closed at 13.495 trillion naira, while the deals came to a total of 3,526. On the fluctuation of the stock market in the past week, Plus TV Africa spoke with Chinyeyem Anyanwu, the Managing Director, Dependable Securities Limited.
Well, number one is the way of all stock markets. They go up and down. It has a mechanism to correct itself. When the prices are not what it ought to be, the mechanism corrects it. It's called by forces of demand and supply.
And on the general public's response to shares purchase, he said,
people that are risk averse, of course, will do what you call self-investment, the debt instruments of this world, because there's a fixed return on it, and there is no chance for fluctuation that we usually have in the stock market. But if you're the kind of person that is not risk averse, the stock market is a place to go, because it can give you what those debt instruments cannot give you in a year. It can give it to you in 2 days.
He also spoke on the effect of government policies on the stock market.
Government policies influence sectors. Where they look into, that place receives a boost. You know, government is still the largest spender, the biggest spender. Apart from what they spend, their pronouncements in form of policy affect sectors positively, negatively. So their policy matters to us.
I am Irene Ubani, reporting for Plus TV Africa.
Still ahead on Plus TV News is our roundup on sports and entertainment news. We'll be back in a moment.
It will be recalled that 2 years ago in entertainment, Genevieve Inaji had shared pictures of her estate, which was under construction back then in Apodutse area of Abuja. The 39-year-old actress has now posted a picture of the newly completed estate on her Instagram page. Genevieve, who has proven herself in the movie industry, is one of the highest paid and most sought-after actresses, and also an ambassador to quite a number of brands, as well as several endorsements under her belt. Nigerian pop star David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, is set to shut down the O2 Arena in London. The Assurance singer took to his Instagram page to share the news by revealing the date for his concert, which will hold January next year. It seems like the DMW star is ready to make history again after Wizkid sold out his concert earlier this year. Davido, who's known for iconic feats, performed recently at the Wireless Festival in London on the 7th of July. Chinedu Ikedieze, popularly known as Aki, has been honored as a distinguished visitor to Miami-Dade County. The mayor of Miami-Dade County handed him a plaque. This was revealed via the actor's Instagram account, where he gave a vote of thanks to the mayor and the county commissioners for honoring him as a distinguished visitor to the city of Miami in Florida. And that's it on entertainment. The very best in sports right after this.
Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoko. Well, it's actually breaking in the Wimbledon, talking about the tennis competition. Kevin Anderson defeated Roger Federer to actually end the hopes of Roger Federer making it to the finals of this year's competition. It was a 5-game thriller, and Kevin Anderson had to come back from the dead to make sure he won that one against Roger Federer. But let's go over to some transfers now. Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis, he says that Maurizio Sarri's move and the final negotiations with Napoli is getting closer to take charge at Chelsea. And Antonio Conte took charge of Chelsea's pre-season training at the weekend, despite speculations over his future. And for Sarri, he has held talks with Chelsea, but remains contracted to Napoli, who have replaced him with Carlo Ancelotti. And for Antonio Conte, he has a clause in his contract that guarantees him a payoff thought to be around £9 million for the final year of his deal. This would be reduced if he got another job, but most of the vacancies he had seen, he said he would not be interested in those ones for now. And Conte won the Premier League in his first season at the club in 2017 and the FA Cup in May this year. An Italian international goalkeeper, Matteo Perin, has completed his transfer to Serie A champions Juventus. And Perin joins the old lady from fellow Italian side Genoa on a 4-year contract in a deal that could see Juve pay up to €15 million, approximately £13.1 million for his services. And the 25-year-old spent 8 years at Genoa before securing a move away this summer. And still talking about Juventus supporters have shown their love for new signing Cristiano Ronaldo by rushing out to buy his new shirt. And delighted fans were seen posing outside Juventus' official club store on Wednesday with Ronaldo's 7 shirts. And Ronaldo would have demanded the shirt number to continue his CR7 brand, ranging from his clothing line to hotels. And Juan Cuadrado is one man connected with Juventus who may not be too pleased with Ronaldo's arrival, as the Colombian is now without a shirt number. And Juventus announced the stunning £100 million deal for Ronaldo, with the Portugal captain in his usual celebration stance with Cristiano accompanying the image. However, they used the number 7 in his name to confirm his new shirt number. And Ronaldo's astonishing £100 million transfer from Real Madrid to Juventus will lead to a £10.6 million payday for his agent, the Serie A club reported that earlier today. And still on the tennis, Novak Djokovic became a serious Wimbledon title contender as he made his first semi-finals since 2015 with a 6-3, 3-6, 6-2, 6-2 win over Kei Nishikori. It was a performance of resilience and resolve from the former world number 1, reminiscent of the player who held all 4 Grand Slam titles 2 years ago. And that's it on Sport Update on Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoko.
And that's our news roundup of events. We'll be back later with more stories making the headlines. Do join us. I'm Benga Aborowa. Have a lovely day.